in sarcastic apology news.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but...
I'm so.
Submitted by Wanksta Shit, the TV show South Park has been completely banned in China after a recent episode. It took this long?
True, actually.
Yeah.
True.
That is surprising.
But you know why?
The China Walk episode.
Shitty Walk?
Yeah, the Shitty Walk! Oh, Shitty Walk.
Yeah.
That was
Mongolians!
that was shitting on the Mongolians.
Oh.
I didn't even know that Chinese people watch South Park.
I know.
Yeah, I wonder if they got the jokes when it's translated.
Yeah, that's true, because I've seen The Simpsons done in French and French Canadian, and it is completely different to the point where the joke is so. It was this trending thing on Twitter. I didn't look this up by myself.
You speak French?
No, I used to. The rest of my family does though.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys know about what the NBA did with China?
I just heard about it. I just heard about it.
But please tell us.
So this isn't in the article, but I'm just going to sum everything up. So the owner, or not the owner, the manager of the Houston Rockets tweeted out in support of Hong Kong, and he was immediately admonished by the NBA, and the NBA basically pressured him into deleting the tweet and then apologizing for
Big bad
defending
China.
Hong Kong. Right.
And then Nike pulled something.
And then Nike as well pulled Nike as
They
well
pulled their sponsorship on the team.
on the Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
Damn smart move on Nike, because they're like, we still want to make money.
Well, right, that's what it is.
All of our factories in China.
Exactly.
We can't make them mad.
And Cambodia and all that.
And the Rockets accounted for like 10% of all the sales in China for NBA
Wow.
for NBA shit, right?
Damn.
Yeah, pretty because of Yao Ming.
Yeah.
Right. Like just he was on the team for just a few years and that just fucking
That's what
exploded over
made
there.
basketball so famous in China, huh?
And then Jeremy
Yeah.
Lin with Brooklyn.
Exactly. So right. And the NBA is trying to move into China and they want the Chinese marketplace for money.
Don't make them mad. We want to make money there.
So then
Fuck being American.
South Park had coincidentally made this episode because normally they do that 5 days to air thing.
Yeah.
Where they can make a show very, very, very quickly, like
Yeah.
within a
Oh.
week. But this episode was already done. They weren't even trying to make fun of the NBA and all that shit.
But it was because of the Winnie the Pooh thing?
Yes, because in 2017 Winnie the Pooh got banned in China because people were making fun of the president of China, Xi Jinping, saying that he looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Does he though? Does he not wear pants?
He looks just like Winnie the Pooh.
There's a lot of Asians that look like Winnie the Pooh.
Very similar.
I feel like all Asian uncles that are kind of chubby look like Winnie the Pooh.
And round-faced, yes.
Yeah, your dad looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
So now you get the back.
And I heard that it was a cute reference too, that someone said it, and then it became this big meme, and then like.
I love that his ego was like hurt.
Yeah.
And do you guys know about what's going on in Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Protest.
Yes, protest, right. So Hong Kong wants to have autonomy from China and all that kind of shit. Okay. So this episode of South Park came out called Banned in China, and they poke fun at China's strict censorship laws, and they basically rip Hollywood a new asshole because Hollywood is trying to cater all of their shit towards
Yeah, they're
China.
pandering to China because that's where the money's at. That's what people
Right.
don't know.
They know, but a lot of people in America are going, well, where are our values then if we don't fucking stand up to the oppression that we all fought? Like that kind of mentality, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, a Top Gun movie is coming out. It's the sequel to Top Gun, and they changed the flag on the back of his jacket because it used to be about the war, and now
The
they
Japanese,
scrubbed
was
it.
it Japanese or whatever?
It was the.
It's okay, never mind.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The point is that China didn't want the flag on the back of Tom Cruise's
So they took
jacket.
it off.
So they took it off. They changed it.
What?
That's how much
Oh,
power
it's so
they have.
scary how powerful. Yeah,
Isn't that
exactly.
crazy? So Hollywood can't wait to figure out how they can configure things to make it work in the Chinese marketplace because it's so fucking big.
Well, I also heard too that the reason why is because the censorship, not only that, but they only let X amount of foreign movies in every year, and they want to dominate their own market. And the movie industry there is controlled by the government, so when they have like national like releases of certain movies or whatever, then they can kind of guarantee the success of certain movies because it'll be the only movie that plays during release week.
It has to adhere to their guidelines, right? Like it can't be anything supernatural in it because they don't like that. That they're trying to
No magic.
Right.
What?
The part that's scary to me is we're in our country, we value freedom of speech so much, right? And we fight all these like quote unquote oppressors and make sure that there's democracy all over the world. But then with China, we're not even fighting a war, but because they're so financially powerful and all of us want to do business over there, that they can slowly seep their ways in, and I feel like there could be a point in time where we lose our freedom of speech, like not by law, but by practice.
No doubt.
Well, because of all these private corporations,
Yeah.
if they're gonna pander over to that side.
Because it's already happening right now.
So that's what happened, right?
Crazy.
Our politicians have sold out like our country to the Chinese in many ways,
Yeah.
and that is seeping into culture now where Hollywood's selling out to China.
And sports and like it's just like every category, boom, boom,
Facebook.
boom.
Spineless bitches.
Culture is being sold to China
talking.
because money works.
That's right. So in the past, it was all about like politics and the Cold War, and then whose like ideals are gonna win. Now it's like they figured it out. They're like, well, you guys will do anything for money,
Right.
And money will win. So you guys could be sitting here talking about cultural values and all this stuff, and he goes, I'm gonna just come in with a lot of money, and all of your companies will fucking play to my favorite. Yeah.
Just like a corporate takeover.
yeah.
And that's kind of what a lot of people are complaining about. So who pushes back? As always, my fucking heroes, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, South Park. They have an episode called Banned in China, and they basically, well, I just said that. But yeah, so I'm repeating myself because I didn't scroll down. Which is something that Tiff does as a seasoned professional, and that I do not do very much. Okay, so what's awesome is that
you know what else is pretty professional?
please, subscribing to this channel.
Yes. Woo!
They should subscribe because on JK News we don't back down, but we never talk shit about China.
No.
Because we love China.
We love China.
love it.
We
love
fucking
it so much.
love China.
We love it so much.
Do you love China?
I love MSG.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good.
And I personally love China so much to the point where I will never say fuck China.
No.
I will never say that because it's
never
just
even-
I wouldn't even think of saying fuck China in the ass.
I would never, right, and I wouldn't think about Xi Jinping getting fucked in the ass by anything
I would
because I
never
love
say
China so much.
fuck the Communist Party because that's never on my thoughts.
No, same.
I'm all about like, you know, I believe that we should all censor each other.
And I would never say like, go Falun Gong, you guys rock, fuck China. I would never say
I would never say anything
So
like
what else
that.
about this?
I would never
so-
endorse that statement either.
Thank you. So what happened as a result of South Park doing this episode where they shit all over China is Beijing deleted all South Park clips.
All
fucking
of it?
mentions,
Not just the
everything.
episode?
Because they have control of the internet over there.
Dude,
They
that's so scary.
Like they hit the button and you're deleted.
Okay, so what happens if you're have you gone back?
I'm not really from China, but I have family there.
So if you go back and let's say, like when I travel abroad, I use my phone and I just like pay for the data every day. When you travel to China, are you under their internet laws?
Yeah, you are. I mean, I wouldn't know because I go to Taiwan.
Then how are all these journalists getting the videos and everything over
Because
to?
that was on Instagram and Facebook when I was in China.
So you can use it. It's different for the citizens of China.
How do they regulate who's on the wavelength?
They have strict controls over their people in China.
I mean, I believe it though because our buddies they run some dance studios out there, and then there was a time when they banned hip hop, and it got to the point where
They were blurring out piercings on guys.
so they were basically they blurred out. They have the power to blur out or ban a whole entire culture overnight because once that went into play, they were going to do this like dance special on TV. And they had the government officials came in and they looked and then they were watching their dance
In
moves.
one day.
And then they're like, take that out, take this
Cover
out.
all tattoos.
Cover all
Across all
tattoos,
networks,
anything.
everything.
That's too hip hop culture. Take that song, change it, whatever.
Yeah, he said immediately, like within hours of that happening, like a whole team came into their hotel room, was like, you gotta change, you gotta take
Yeah.
all that off.
And all this choreography with the hip gyration, we gotta take all that out. So everything had to change overnight.
So there's obviously a black market in China for a lot of shit, right? Because there's a lot of control.
So there's someone's out there like they have a Winnie the Pooh movie or something, and then they're passing that shit around, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
And anything underneath the shirt isn't blurred out.
Yeah.
Right. So South Park came out and basically issued a response, and they said via Twitter, Trey Parker, Matt Stone said, like the NBA, we welcome the Chinese censors into our homes and our hearts. We too love money more than freedom and democracy. She doesn't look like Winnie the Pooh at all. Xi Jinping.
Yeah.
The statement continued, long live the great Communist Party of China. May this autumn's sorghum's harvest be bountiful. We good now, China.
We good now? Oh my god, I love them so much.
Autumn's sorghum harvest be bountiful.
Oh,
Sorghum is like it's like if when you fry it, it kind of bursts up like popcorn, but it doesn't have that weird mouth feel like when you bite down on popcorn and it sticks to your teeth. It's a lot airier.
So it's a food?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so because it's a harvest.
That's the part that I got.
Same. I'm with you. Yeah. And then another thing that they just did to
I
China.
think it's a reference to the Communist Party being like a farmers' union kind of world. So it's like, may your harvest be bountiful.
Work will set you free.
Yeah, it's that kind of.
So a CNN reporter was just at an NBA press conference, and they were asking a player about China, and they had their microphone taken away from them.
I didn't see this video though. I heard about
This is
it.
a new one that just happened today.
I know, but I haven't seen it yet. Do you have a video of it?
I don't have it here because we have no
Right when
internet.
it's gonna say something, they just snatched it.
There were kids.
She said some things, and then she said, "Well, it's a pretty relevant thing that's going on right now," and they snatched the microphone.
There were kids
Who's
at
they?
the 70.
The people who were
Dude, their
the
censorship
NBA.
is bleeding over
People.
into us.
Because there was
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
There were kids at the 76ers game holding up free Hong Kong signs, and they got kicked out.
Do you watch basketball?
No, it was on the news.
I gathered that though from you saying the
I don't know.
76ers.
Yeah, it was the 76ers number.
People say Sixers, but
Yeah.
Or what is it then?
It is the 76ers, but no one says 76ers. It's just the Sixers.
It's like the Dodgers. They just say Jers.
people say Niners.
Yeah.
no one says Jers.
Yeah, for the Dodgers, they just say Jers. Yeah. Instead of the Rams, they just say the.
You, for a split second, you made me feel like I was walking around talking like a noob anytime I mentioned the Dodgers.
Yep.
That's so funny. Wow.
Yeah,
that's
it's pretty
interesting.
crazy. So there's this Chinese billionaire that was that he what do you call it? Not refugee status, but asylum. He
Yeah.
was seeking asylum here in the U.S. He's a fucking billionaire, right? He moved all of his money, ran over here, and since like the mid '90s or some shit like that, he's been saying, "Watch out, America! Watch out for fucking China, because you're doing all these damn deals, you're doing all this stuff, and you don't even know that they have us by the balls." And and now like he first started, like, everyone was like calling him this crazy guy, but now people are starting to listen to him. And he also had his own like YouTube channel, and every day he's just like trying to shell out propaganda of like, well, it's not propaganda, but he's trying to call out the conspiracy of what China is doing. And now he's actually getting meetings with people because he's like, man, I've been saying this for 20 years. You guys weren't fucking listening to me.
Yeah.
But they have this greater good plan. The greater good plan is, of course, China #1. And then so what that means is they'll step on their own people. They'll step on other countries. They don't give a fuck because it's all about being #1 for the greater good of all of China.
They killed 60 million of their own people
They
for
don't
the
care.
greater good.
Yeah,
Why?
Because they're protesters, they're against the government, all kinds of different reasons.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
They've got the people to spare though.
Yeah,
True.
a shit ton of people.
1.4 billion?
They have a lot of people.
That's a lot.
Sorry.
What?